Good morning and welcome back to our 15-minute 5-day functional strength challenge. Today we are going through our hips and glutes and strengthening our lower back and our balance. So you might want a chair or be closer to the wall for a couple of our beginning things. And then we'll want a mat or just some nice carpet or something to be on when we get down to some of the other hip stuff on the floor work. All right, guys, with that, let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to step off my mat just to make it a little bit easier to balance this morning. And we're going to come into a single leg balance. And then we're just going to twist this out. So the twist is coming more from the ankle and the knee and the hip rather than from up above, right? We're not just twisting this upper body. We really want to twist in this lower area here. And what this is doing is just firing up all those little tiny muscles, those little things responsible for something we call proprioception, where we are learning where our body is in space and time at all moments. All right, and switch sides. And it kind of works to, you notice how much ankle mobility you do or don't have. And all of that is also included in our balance. It makes a big difference. Ooh, and hear all those creaks and cracks. So yes, we have switched legs. If you didn't catch that, we're doing 30 seconds each on these beginning exercises. Perfect. We're going to switch legs again, and we're going to create a figure eight with our knee. I'm going to come forward, across, out, back and down. Forward, back and down. Forward, cross, out, back and down. So we're really warming up our abdominal area. Again, working on balance, working on our opposite side glute strength, and getting our hips to work in a way that's not just straight line. And switch sides. Across, out, back and down. There we go. Across, out, back and down. You feel that low back open up across the SI joint, and this is why we have the chair. Little extra balance needed on this side. Perfect. Come on down, and we're going to stretch out these quads. So again, balancing on the left, reaching back to the right, and coming forward. So again, you could also have the chair here for balance. I'm going to try it without, just for the extra challenge. Remember, the goal is to stretch that back quad. So yes, we're still working on balance and everything else that we need, but we want to be in a stretch as well. And switching sides. Perfect. Notice how much better your balance is after doing the first two warm-up exercises than if we would have just come in to try to do this stretch right away. Perfect. Okay, guys, we're going to head down to the mat. We're going to do our 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. We're going to start in side lying. Okay, guys, just get comfortable down here on the mat. We're going to bring the bottom leg forward so it's bent, and our top leg is going to come knee to knee. So toe pointing to the floor, and then toe extended up, down, and then up. And we're going to go for 45 seconds on. Nice and slow. So we want the bulk of this work to be happening from back here. So I'm a little wonky on this mat. My mat's going 45 degrees and I'm coming a little more straight towards you. But the more straight line that you are in from head to toe will help you out on this exercise. Also, if you're finding it really hard to get the motion to happen in your glute, you probably need to spend some time stretching the front hips and those quads as well. Otherwise, this should be burning right in that back glute there. Okay, guys, roll it over quick. very graceful. Bottom leg bent. Start toe down and lift and extend. Remember, we want that to be coming from the back side. So really rotate that toe up. As you come around, come back to the ceiling. Hang in there, we got 5 seconds. Good. All right, come up to hands and knees. And we're gonna be just working in a circle format here. We're gonna be bringing the knee backward and around. Straight back, out, and around. There we go. We got 45 seconds. So you may feel this on your stationary leg more than you feel it on the circle leg. Just make sure that you are working that full range of motion on the circle leg and you are doing it absolutely correctly. Okay, we'll get ready for that other side now. We have our 15 seconds. Stretch out those toes. Sink back into those glutes. Trust me, the reprieve is welcome. All right, and on the other side, circle back and around. So you want to hold your core neutral through these. Try not to have a big sway back or a lot of bend in your elbows. Those are definitely places that I like to compensate to try to get that to come around. Good, we've got about 10 seconds. Keep going. Perfect. Okay, again, take that 15 seconds, just stretch it out, and we're gonna come back with triangles this time. So we're gonna lift from a straight leg position, up, cross over, touch the floor, come back up again. Up, down, and lift. Again, very important not to sink into that chest and shoulders and not to sink into the core, because we don't want our lower back to be doing all the motion, swaying up and down. Good work, guys, good work. Hang in there. Woo! Okay, we've got our 15 seconds and we finish with our other side. Stretch it out. Here we go. Left leg up, touch over, come back to center and back. Making a nice big triangle here. Lifting up nice and high without swaying that back. Good job, guys. Everything's nice and solid here. Working from that glute. The good burner today. Woo! All right, good job. Okay, stretch it out. Come around, have a seat. And then we're gonna lay all the way down to the mat. So the first thing we're gonna do when we get here is to pull that belly button to spine and hold neutral. Feet can be down, but we wanna take out this big arch in the back and the big puff in the chest. Bring everything flat and hold. We're gonna straighten one leg, and we're gonna just point the toe and lift to the ceiling. So we want to elongate the leg, pointing that toe away from us, like we're stretching it out, trying to touch the wall that's just out of our reach every time we lower and lift. We're going for this muscle right here to be activated, guys. Gotta work this one, right? Remember, your core is neutral. So it's nice and solid, holding that smush bug, or at least neutral. So smush bug is the cue, right? But we want it to be neutral. Okay, next leg in about 10 seconds. We went a little bit longer on that last one. That's okay. Here we go. Remember, stretch long, hold tight, point that toe. I love to work these in, guys, if I'm feeling a little antsy and we're just watching TV or something at night, if you haven't had your workout in. All these exercises are just so easy to work in and get a nice little burn. Good, keep that core tight. That's the one we tend to forget on. Good. Okay, bring that leg back in. We've got our 15 seconds and then our last two exercises. So we're gonna actually, this time we're gonna come in, we're gonna tap and back. Just a tiny little connection here. Go ahead and join me. So essentially, we're just working on this motion. This will be harder if you don't tap the floor each time. And we want to draw that core in just a little bit more by coming up crossbody. I don't want you to actually just try to touch here. I want you to just draw that belly in together by bringing your shoulder towards your knee. Hang in there. Perfect. Okay, we've got our last side, guys. Stretch it out. We're feeling that quad kick in, right? That's a good thing. Quad and abs. And here we go. We're going to the other side. Remember, we start with this nice solid core. Bringing that knee in. And when you're ready and you've got that, add in that shoulder press. Even if it feels like you're not really going anywhere, we are working those muscles. Remember, lead with your shoulder to your hip or your rib cage to your hip. Perfect. Okay, guys, take a second. We're just gonna stretch all the way to one side. If it's available to you, you can put your opposite heel up onto your knee and draw that down just a little bit farther. And then we'll switch to the other side. Same thing. Up and over. And then get into a comfortable position. We're just gonna let our bodies come back to homeostasis, right? Come back to that nice final resting pose. Take a second to just breathe. All right, come on back up to the top. All right, guys, I hope you are loving this series. This 15 minutes goes so fast, and it's such a great heart rate booster. It burns those muscles just enough to get everything fired up and kicking again. And then guess what? You're done and on with your day with a ton of energy to keep going. We worked mobility, we worked flexibility, and we worked activation and strength. It's amazing. I love it. I hope you guys are loving it too. Be sure to be back here for the next one, and I'll see you in the next video.